So let's go another step then. You've explained this to a friend or a colleague. You've said, hey, this is how Web3 is different. This is why I'm out exploring it and building in it. Then you get to this point where you have to explain Semiotic Labs going to work as a core dev on the graph. How do you explain what the graph is then?
I still use the Google of blockchains analogy. I know it's imperfect, but it works really well. And for people who are more familiar with Web3, I talk about the query layer of Web3, of course. But I think that there is something, true about the Google of blockchains analogy. Okay, we know that everything is not exactly one-to-one. Indexing data, making it easily available to applications is, of course, the core business in each case. But I'm imagining the graph becoming much more than queries in the future, just like Google. Google is much more than just a search today. Google expanded into a huge business. They have thousands of AI researchers. They have many different products. Maybe they all started in a way that is, still related to the data on internet and the search, but they become much more than that. So I believe that the graph in the future will be going in very different directions. The query will be always there in the core business, indexing the data. But I think the listeners should think about how graph protocol is designed. The concept of subgraphs, for example. Subgraphs are very general purpose programs. You can write anything in a subgraph. It doesn't have to be just a database. It could be analytics. It could be an AI subgraph. Subgraphs are Turing complete. And who is indexing the subgraphs or running the subgraphs? Indexers. Indexers, we have hundreds of indexers today. In the future, there will be thousands. Now imagine you have thousands of these decentralized compute resources that can work asynchronously. So unlike miners doing all the same thing, these indexers can run different subgraphs. They can do different type of computations asynchronously. And basically, it's a very flexible, very interesting protocol that will allow people to build new type of applications. And that's why I, like this Google analogy that there will be applications built on graph in the future that we don't even envision today. But thanks to the founding team who designed everything very flexible and open-ended, this is going to be possible. So I think that's what I always go beyond the query layer, because some people say that, okay, well, the blockchains are all public, I can access data, I know it's difficult, but there is much more than just making data easily accessible. I think there will be amazing new applications coming out of this program.